Hello and welcome again to Java Productions presents Let's Talk About It. And today we're here with American Amvets Post 911 officer. We have Ricardo Jacobs. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
That's good. So Ricardo, can you give the people a little information about yourself, some of your background, military experience?
Okay. First of all, I did 13 years in the military. I was an EOD tech, AKA I was part of the bomb squad. So
That's right.
that's it.
Bomb squad.
So I still got all 10 of my fingers.
Yep.
Thank God. All of your
So-
limbs.
I was a staff sergeant when I left, and that's where I am. I'm a simple guy.
And after the military, what did you do right after the military?
I worked for actually, I wanted to open up a restaurant, and I needed experience as a manager of a restaurant. So I actually managed a Waffle House for a year,
Okay.
and then I left and I worked for the IRS. And then I wanted to become a financial advisor, left the IRS, and then that was during the financial crisis, and nobody wanted to buy anything. So after that, I just went into what they call property and casualty insurance, because that was part of the license of being a financial advisor. And I worked for Allstate for about 6 years, and then I went to the VA, and I've been with the VA since 2013.
I have a question because you seem like you have it all together. When you did get out of the military, did you find that you had some maybe issues mentally, physically, once you got out, or before you got out? Did you notice anything?
I would say it was the adjustment of leaving the military, and I still get up and go to work every day. That drive is still there. That's always going to be there. But dealing with others, see, the thing is you may have one or two soldiers, and now since I was Army, may have one or two soldiers that they ain't worth a damn.
I understand.
And they ain't worth a damn. But when you come out of the military, you go into civilian life, you're not gonna have one or two, you're gonna have about 10. You're gonna have about 10 of them. They don't give a damn. They just, whatever. So they're dealing with that and being, because I've always went into type of a management type of position, so dealing with people that just don't have a care in the world, or they don't have their self together, and you try to help them to to try to put them in the right track, or something. That was the adjustment. It's hard to, because if people are going to do what they want to do. In the military, it's different because you're not going to do what you want to do. They're going to do what they tell you to do.
That's right.
So that's the biggest adjustment.
I think that was one of the problems that I had when I got out of the military. You're so used to going to work every day, whether your head hurt and stomach, you still going to work to do that job. Yes, I went on sick call, but not riding sick call. I was at work, working through the pain. Like I was saying, I thought I had headaches and migraines, and I was popping the goody powders, like 2 of them. After the goody powder, you take a Coca-Cola or you take an RC.
Motrin, 800 milligrams.
Motrin 800 milligrams.
Milligram
But I did have a problem with working with people and people doing their job, or they kissing ass, or they're willing to sleep with the boss and all of that. And I'm like, oh my God, you people don't want to work. And that's another reason why I went on and opened up a salon, because I didn't have to depend on anybody else. I felt like after the military, the jobs or the businesses that I opened up were where I depended on myself because I knew what I was willing to do. Willing to get up and go to work at 5 o'clock in the morning, do somebody here that gotta be at work at 7 o'clock, you know. It was that drive. Yes, I was making money every day, but taking care of people and doing what I say I'm gonna do, that was like first. I got to take care of everybody first. You know, if I'm in pain, okay, I'll deal with myself later. But I think a lot of times when we get out the military, we look at it like, damn, oh, I got out for 6 months and went back in because I couldn't deal with the civilian.
Yeah, it's a tough thing. It's you know, especially when you're in some sort of managerial positions or something like that. You're dealing with like I said, my work ethic hasn't changed. You know, my day doesn't start until 7 o'clock where I work now, but I'm there at 6:30, 6:15, 6:30.
We go in
every day.
time.
So I'm going in early, and to be honest, I get more stuff done, administrative stuff done within 30, 45 minutes.
Before they come.
Before they come. So when they come, I'm dealing with their nonsense, their bullshit. So, you know, and that's in there crying and all this other nonsense. And unfortunately, I do have one veteran. You know, it's a pain in my ass, but that's what he is. And then, you know, I do have another person that's not a veteran, and she's been the bane of my existence for like 2 years now. And it's ridiculous because she plays the victim to everything. And yes, so.
Well, a lot of people are going to use that victim card if they can. So here at Post 911, Ricardo is our adjutant. And talk about what you do here as far as for the vets, the commander, you know, talk about that.
Well, as the post adjutant, I'm basically the administrative person for the whole post. I'm not in an elected position, and I've actually volunteered to do this. So anything administrative wise, like our books, our minutes for our meetings, you know, I present the financial reports. You know, I am the administrator. You know, just it's almost like I almost run the post, but it's still the commander's post.
Right hand man.
Yeah, I'm just his right hand man. So if he needs something done, he comes and sees me, or if something goes on, obviously he looks at me first. So I can, in some ways, I could be an executive officer, but I'm not an executive officer. I'm just an administrative officer. I just, you know, try to make things run smoothly. So, you know, when we have events, you know, they look at me. I help coordinate. I'm not the coordinator, but I help coordinate and I put things in line.
And you do show up and participate.
You know, and it's all about a team. So that's we have a good team, but it's still, you know, it's all the coordination. So it's a preparation, the coordination. Sometimes like I said, we have to keep our people in line, and but we have a good team here, so they make it a little easier for me. And as a state executive director, I'll be doing the same thing for the state as well too, for the state of AMVETS.
Oh, the state, okay. And I have to say, being a member of Post 911, I enjoy going to the different programs and the different events that you and even Clarence Stewart Sr. participate in, the USO. We go up to the USO. Today, you all even went out and put wreaths on the at the cemetery.
Yeah, we do this every second Saturday every year. We participate in Wreaths Across America. So we go to Southview Cemetery, which is the predominantly black cemetery. It was owned by slaves. Well, it wasn't owned by, it was bought by slaves, by some people who were slaves and transitioned over. We bought them, and basically we have the most historical black leaders in the city of Atlanta. They're buried there. And we have a lot of veterans there. We talking from early 1900s till now. So we go out there, we get a whole bunch, we're not the only ones out there. We're out there with sororities and some other fraternities, military members, former military members. And we go out there and we find the graves of the actual military members. And they're all marked, a lot of them are marked with their rank, at least all of them have at least a service symbol on it, so they understand service. So we go out there and we find that, and we'll put a flag down, we'll put a wreath down, and we also mention their name, and we also salute them.
I like that.
Because they said if, you may be forgotten, when you leave the service or anything like that, or when you pass away, you may be forgotten, but we're not gonna forget you now. So you're not gonna get forgotten twice. So we go out there, salute, mention their names, thank you for your service, and we go on. Like I said, we do it every year. And today, a lot of our members were saying that we probably don't need to do this just for the traditional second, every second Saturday. We may do this more often.
Yeah.
So
like
it's up
that.
to the post and what they decide if we want to go out there and do more honorable things for those service members who have passed away.
Okay. And how long have you been a member of Post 911?
I'll say 2019 is when I started.
2019. Okay, so almost six years.
6 years.
So you've
Going
had
on 7.
seven.
Going on
So you've
7.
had the opportunity of participating in different programs and events that the Post participate in. You want to talk about some of those?
Well, we do a lot of things here. We do
Yes.
a lot. And I'll start from like January all the way to the end of the year.
Okay.
So January, the commander does a Midwest tournament in January for Martin Luther King weekend. We do small assembly for February for Black History Month. March is kind of our idle time, but we're preparing for our Easter egg hunt, because Easter fluctuates.
Yeah.
Sometimes it may be at the end of the March, it might be in April. So we're preparing for Easter. So come Easter, that's when we have one of our biggest events is going to be our Easter egg hunt. We put out maybe about 2,000 eggs or so.
A lot of
a lot of eggs. We paint them. We put, the man gets them. We paint them. They get cooked. You paint them, and we put them out. The day of, we actually, even when it rained, we hid them inside here, inside the building, and the kids was going around it. So, but still, we do that. We do little dance contests, and we may show a movie as well too. Something just for the kids. So we do the Easter egg hunt. I forget to mention every month that we do a homeless. We collect clothes for the homeless. So every month we go out and give clothes to the homeless. We not only the clothes that we collect, but we also buy brand new socks and toiletries for them. So we do that every month. Going back to April, May. Maybe a little bit down month, we may do something, just for us, but we're also getting prepared for our state convention. When we have our state convention, we go down there because we're a small post, and we're competing against other posts that have 200 members. And we actually do, me personally, I'd say we do more than a post that has 200 members.
Yes.
We do. It's just we're not spotlighted. And we're getting more spotlight now. So that goes May, June, July. Book bag event. We're working on book bags. So back to school event. So we're doing 200 book bags. We're giving out to the kids, doing book bags. August we got the national convention. come September, we're focusing on Stand Down. Stand
Yes, I
Down,
had
Stand
my
Down
first
is our,
Stand Down here.
our Stand Down is our biggest event, because we're focusing mostly on our veterans. So we'll have vendors here that are specifically for specifically for veterans. We have those those vendors here, and we're here to help them out. So we'll do that. We also feed everybody through all these events.
Yes, we do.
We do to feed them. And then, come October, we do a little Halloween thing. The commander usually goes, that's
Trunk
this
or
year,
treat.
trunk or treat. We went down to the church, showed us some over there, went over to the Greenbrier Mall, gave candy away, anything like that. Then come November, we got Thanksgiving baskets that we give about 22 baskets of Thanksgiving meals. They feed about 10 people.
Veterans Day.
We got Veterans Day. We go see Reliable Healthcare. That's right. We go see them, and we give them some toiletries, and we go visit them. We honor them, and we go out. Actually, on Veterans Day, we do recruit. So we're on going to recruit, and we partake in the free meals and stuff like that. Yeah, we do that. We also march in
The parade.
two Veterans Day parades, one for South Fulton and one for the city of Atlanta.
Awesome job.
So we do that. That's right.
Awesome.
And then of
job.
course December, we cap off December with our toy drives, and we also do, like I said, Reach Across America.
Yeah.
We have a toy drive, so we give toys to the kids and everything like that. So we're busy year round. We do a lot of events. I forget to talk about, we give awards to JRTC. I think we honor, or we host 10 schools.
Wow.
10 schools.
10 schools in
Yeah, within South Atlanta, in Fulton, South Metro Atlanta area. We cover a large area. So, and we take on a lot of stuff.
Okay. So if anyone wants to contact you all and they wants to be a vendor, who is their point of contact? Who do they need to contact? Is it public relations? Who is it?
Actually, they should be contacting you.
Yes.
as a public relations. As public relations, they should be
Okay.
contacting you.
Contact me, Vanessa Bass,
Public relations.
770-235-0392.
That's right.
You can also contact me on Messenger, Vanessa Bass, or Facebook. Okay, thank you for that. I just want to let you all know that ever since I became a member of Post 911, I want to say life is good. I learned how to laugh and smile and enjoy myself again. And took a minute to get there, but I'm back. I want to say, anything else you want to put out there?
We support a lot of things here. So, obviously, we support the comedians here every Thursday. Especially after our monthly meetings, we're here to support the comedians. We have our weekly fundraiser, which is our bingo.
Oh, bingo, Monday night bingo.
We call it bango.
Bango.
We call it bango, but it's
Bang,
bingo.
bang, bang.
Bang, bang, bang.
And we have some good prizes.
Bang, bang, bang.
We got some good prizes throughout the year. So that's our weekly fundraiser. So we in and out. Oh, I forget about the USO.
Let's not forget
Let's not forget about the
USO.
USO. We really ramped up a lot of the USO. I would say with the USO, we've expanded. Basically when we first started the USO, we just go in there and just sit around and we just let the hot dogs roll in the hot dog machine, and then people got hot dogs. So everybody that came to the USO got hot dogs. So we kind of expanded, and you were part of that expansion, where we decided to do burgers. And those burgers
Big,
are good.
juicy
Those are big, juicy
hamburgers.
burgers.
With
like that.
cheese.
With cheese, exactly. Exactly. And we made a lot of friends. The people that the service members that come in there, some of the retirees that come in there, because not everybody is allowed to go into USO. So they come in there, they get a chance to rest, relax. They love, especially the last time a couple of weeks ago when I was there last, they said they smelled the food as soon as they got in there.
They said that last week.
Yeah,
they were like, "Oh, we smell the food downstairs."
Exactly. So that's the thing. Is just that we're there and we help them out. We talk to them and we had fun with them. So
save them money
because
it could be expensive at the airport.
A burger or 2 burgers or something like that. That'll cost you about $40 at least.
Yeah. Mozzarella cheese, $16.
Yup, exactly.
But they,
soda and water and all that stuff. Girl Scout cookies. We killing them with Girl Scout cookies. So
in the U.S. though, I have to say, they give you a variety of things. If you don't want the hamburger or the hot dog or the sausage, they also have the salads or the sandwiches. They have the cookies, the chips, different type of. Actually, they have granola bars, different granola bars and trial mixes and stuff. But seeing them come up there, because I didn't know anything about the USO. But going up there when you're waiting on a flight and it's 4 or 5 hours you got to sit, going up to the USO, it really does help. I want to say thank you. I enjoy when I'm up there helping you all too.
Yeah, that's what we up there. We have fun. We crack jokes about each other. We talk to the other people. It's a good experience. It's a good thing. And believe me, for some of us who deal with stuff, or have our dealings. Sometimes if you're talking to somebody who's done the same thing that you do, or been in the same thing that you, it's a lot easier to express yourself.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to talk about it. I think that's why I really enjoy being up here at Post 911 is because I could talk about a lot of stuff and you all can understand and relate to some things, and then listening to other veterans talk, it helps me when they open up and they talk about what they've been through. Like I said, we don't always want to talk to everybody about what we went through, but when you hear someone else talking about something that they've been through, then it makes it a little bit more easier. Okay, so this is the month of December and we have toys for girls and boys.
Girls and boys.
Girls and boys.
That's right.
So if you all will follow us on Facebook, American Anvets Post 911.
Atlanta American
ATL.
Atlanta American Anvets Post 911. Again, that's Atlanta American Anvets Post 911. Follow us on Facebook and see what all we're doing. And then if you have any questions or you're a veteran and you want to join the post, then let us know. Come on up here.
Yeah, send us a message.
3011 Campbellton Road, Southwest Atlanta, Georgia. And the commander is Ronnie Ogletree, and we're going to be talking with him on our next segment, okay? So anybody have any questions for Ricardo? Yes, ma'am.
Can you teach me how to make a bomb?
Ma'am, he cannot do that. That's classified.
I cannot legally teach you how to make a bomb.
That would be a no.
That's a no.
No, I am not violating
That's a no.
the law. I am not doing
He can't do that, ma'am.
But I'm gonna be honest on a serious note. I'm gonna be honest on a serious note. This is the holiday season, so pay attention to your veterans. Pay attention to your family, because this is from the November to December is the crucial. You got a lot of people who are lonely. You got a lot of people who they're dealing with a lot of stuff. So mental health is a key for them during this time frame.
During the holidays.
So yes, please pay attention to them. Talk to them. Listen to them. Listen. That's the big key. They may not say anything, but if you listen, you'll be surprised.
Look, watch, and listen.
Exactly.
Look, watch, and listen. Do you have another question, ma'am?
How did you like managing a Waffle House for a year?
Look, leaving the military, you go to managing a Waffle House.
I think you ate up all the
The one thing that I've maintained ever since I left the military,
when it comes down to leadership is that, and I tell it to everybody now. There's zero, what they call it, 0 meters or whatever. There's 0 excuses, or your excuses can only go as far as I can throw you.
I say zero tolerance.
Yeah, zero
Bullshit.
tolerance for excuses. So, you have, as a leader, you have to separate yourself sometimes from your peers. A lot of times, everybody looks at me, they're a nice guy and everything like that, but they also have to understand that I'm also their boss or anything like that. I'm like, we're not doing that.
Yeah, be honest.
We got, and the honesty is always the best policy. Be honest, best policy. So when I was running the Waffle House, they knew I was the boss, anything like that. And if they wanted to get paid, that's the way they had to do it. And I ran a good shift. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Everybody had good money and everything like that. As I said, all you gotta do is do your job. You're there for 8 hours. Do your job.
Okay, any more questions?
Another one. We got
Yes,
2
sir.
more.
Yes, sir.
You with Department of Georgia now, right?
Yeah, the Amvest Georgia.
You have a position there, right?
I do.
Do you plan on leaving Post 911 to go to State Department for higher level?
Ooh, good
I work
question.
for both.
Both. Okay.
I work for both.
Okay.
I do not plan to leave 911.
Because you've been offered higher positions now.
I've been offered a high position.
Yes, I know.
I am, and Amvets Post 911 is my home base. That is my.
Listen, I concur with you. I'm in the same boat. I've been offered high position. I'm gonna stay here. 3011 Campbell Road. Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Who?
I'm not.
Who?
going
Who?
anywhere. I took the position to help the state.
Who?
To help the state, because we here at Amvets Post 911 can offer the state a lot of things that.
Yeah,
We can overlap that right
I
there.
agree. I agree with you on that. I agree.
A lot of things are done on the
We
lower
got another one
end.
over
I
here,
agree.
another
Yes,
question.
another question? Yes, ma'am.
Do you still want to open a restaurant?
Good question.
I kind of do.
You a good cook?
Yeah, of course I can.
You a
cook.
good cook? I ate your food. You a good cook?
I could. No, I actually do, and
Step out there,
actually
step
my youngest daughter also wants to partake into that as well too. So if there's an opportunity for me to possibly open up a restaurant, I'm geared more to like a sports bar type of situation. And my daughter, she would like to do that because I would like to do it, and I just want to make sure that I pass it down to somebody else. I don't want to do
The
it.
legacy.
It just goes to waste after I'm ready to retire.
Well, I want to speak on that. If he opens up a restaurant, that would open up the door for me possibly a job. I know I can't do a lot of standing for a long time, and I can't lift a whole lot, but I have food service
managerial
experience.
First-
You understand what I'm
Potential
saying?
employee?
Yes. Look, give me about 4 or 5 hours.
Manager?
And,
Potential manager?
yeah, my medication,
There you
some
go.
of it makes me drowsy, but I make sure I don't take it when I gotta go to work.
All I can say is you may not like working for me, but you will love what you come out of it. That's what I'd say.
I don't know.
Right.
I think I would like to work for a man or a person who has certain guidelines. I don't want to be able to get away with this or get away with that. If I work for you, I want to make you look good. I want to make the company make some more money.
Now we talking.
Yeah, that's how we look at that.
Yeah.
You don't want to hire somebody who don't care about your business or don't want to appreciate the customers.
Right. Now, something that you had in your earlier segment with Mr. Clarence Stewart, and it's something that you always do in the military. We always train somebody to replace ourselves.
Yes, we
Always.
do.
Always
Yes, we
train
do.
somebody to replace ourselves. So as long as you're doing something like that, then you'll always focus on yourself and you'll focus on doing something right.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes. Do we have any more questions? Any more questions? Okay, well, we're gonna end today's segment. I thank you all for coming, and thank you so much, Ricardo Jacobs, for giving us your input on everything, sharing all that information. I thank you so much. And yes, again, I am so happy to be a member of Atlanta American Invest Post 911.
That's right, Atlanta. American
Atlanta.
Veterans Post
Elegant.
911.
Stress that, Atlanta American Invest Post 911. Okay, thank you all for joining, and I'll see you on the next episode of Java Productions. Let's talk about it.
Good job.